Yes, welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another exciting episode of, well, Bridger playing Endless Space 2. This time, I'm hooked. I feel like I figured it out. Last time we were playing the Church of the Vadyani, and we had some issues with that, and I think it was partly because I was playing it on slow speed. You know, I opened up the new game here and I said, oh, only 300 turns? I play Civilization all the time, and it's a 500-turn game, and that feels like the right pace. Well, they're different games. It doesn't work like that. When you play it at slow, it kind of felt a little boring because there wasn't as much stuff happening. It took longer to just keep hitting and turn and turn and turn. So we're going back to normal. I like it better here. I've also been starting to play the Enhanced Space 2 mod, which makes quite a few adjustments that I very much appreciate. I have made a few adjustments myself to the mod, specifically, one adjustment. I made the strategic resource generation much higher. The default for the mod is 1, 3, and 5 for the poor, average, and abundant deposits in terms of how much they give you each turn. I changed it from 1, 3, 5 to 3, 4, 5. I significantly increased it because the guy has put a lot of strategic resources all over the place in buildings and upgrading your infantry and your tanks and stuff, and it is just agonizing. You have no resources to spare. None of the factions ever even put them out into the market because there's never any to spare. So I've drastically increased it on my copy, and we'll just see how that works. So we're just going to hit a hard random. We're playing as the Riftborn this time. I hadn't played them until just recently. They're a really cool faction. I had no idea what was going on with them. But let's jump into it and take a look. You'll see their little intro video here that gives you a good idea of what they're all about. Very logical, distant, and unusual. Very alien. They do not have the same needs as us.
Ours was a pristine universe. We knew nothing of your endless, your dust. Until the rift ripped a path between our realities, injecting a blight that spread like poison. Our cosmos of order and balance was shattered forever. Dying, corrupted, and consumed. We had no choice. We are outcasts in the chaos that is your universe, willing to do anything to save our own.
Well, there you go. So this is a really interesting race. I've encountered them in games before, but I never actually played as them, and they're bizarre. They're like coming from this other dimension that's like this weird abstract world almost. It's very cool. And what's more is the way that they play is very interesting too. They don't grow because they're not biological beings. They're like these sort of energy-based beings, for want of a better word, and they have a sort of consciousness that they upload into bodies that they build in this universe. So if we zoom in on the situation here, you start with these Riftborn pops. Every single population gives +5 dust, science, and production. That's huge. Most of these populations give you a little bit of happiness, maybe some food, maybe a little bit of more production or science, but these guys go all out. It's +15 total resources. That's insane. They've also got this quote-unquote biological race. They're a race of mechanical beings that have only recently ventured to the stars. So I guess we came across these guys. They're like these silicate beings, but they're still biological in nature, so they still grow normally. They need food to grow, whereas these guys don't grow normally. You have to actually physically build them by constructing them on the planets, which means it takes a lot of more time to build them on your systems, because you have to take time out of your normal build queue to build your population instead of just having that grow separately. The good news is you don't really have to worry about where they are on your planets. You start on this like shitty snow moon that has almost no food output, and it's fine. You're like, I don't care. I could take what other races would consider the worst system in the galaxy, like 4 gas giants and an ash planet, and turn it into a super productive system because you don't need food. So that's one of the cool things about them. So let's jump in here. We got our colonizer named the Geist, and we've got our scout ship. Now, I'm never quite sure what to do with the scout ship in terms of, like, the very first turn, because I'm tempted to leave it here and, like, explore all these anomalies on my home world. But at the same time...
lucky people.
Yeah, we know. They came through the rift, blah, blah, blah. At the same time, I need to get out there and start searching for things. So I usually split the difference. I'll search one of these that we can use. We know we can colonize the ash planet, so let's find out what's there. Oh, it's a bad one. It's poor soil. Now, that's not terrible for us, except for that -2 unhappiness per person. We want to throw people onto these planets, and with that unhappiness, that's going to cause us a bit of an issue. But anyway, we're going to... let's do one more here. Is there a subterranean one? Those are the ones I like to find. No, they're atmospheric only, but we'll check this one out. Ah, a good one. Oh, a very good one. A comatite volcano. So what we need is to get access to that large savanna planet as soon as possible. You can see this medium ice planet, not a lot of production output here. We need to jump over and put our people on that large savanna output to jumpstart our economy here, which means we need to figure out where we're going to get savanna planets. Is it here? Yeah. So, the other good news is that one of the special things about these races is because they came through the rift, they picked their home world, and it is one that has a titanium and hyperium deposit. So, that's good news for us, but we're not collecting it yet. I'm sorry, we are collecting titanium. We start with that particular technology. But let's start collecting hyperium, and then immediately jump over here to get that savanna planet. This will also get us access to this specialization, which can help us with our science. So, that all having been said, do we bother to send... Yeah, let's do it. Let's send our colony ship in one direction, our scout in another, and see what there is to find. So far, nothing. Ah, we have to choose something for our systems. So I usually like to go back and forth. So I'll go build build one of these guys, then build that, then another population, then build that. And from that point, actually, interplanetary transport network is real good for this, because that'll boost the output of all our pops on this planet by 4, which is pretty damn good. But let's hold off and do that when the time comes. Hello, Orion. And Mark. Unfortunately, Mark, no, I don't have a set schedule for when I stream. I usually just happen to find time when, my wife is out, or I just have an hour or two that I know I will not be disturbed on. And I also have to be in the right mood to do it, is the thing. Sometimes I just feel like chilling and not talking while I play games and things like that. Sometimes I'm just not interested in playing any of the games I happen to have on a stream. Like, it's just not... I'm not passionate enough about it to make it an interesting stream. So I'll send the probe off to the left there, and I'll head up this way. This is a really terrible system. One huge ice planet. Oh, it's got mineral rich, and it's multiple moons, so I guess it's not super bad. But, one planet is really tough to take, because you can only have 6 systems colonized before you're starting to get some unhappiness from that. Alright, so we just got our extra population there on Heka. And they renamed their homeworld Vanguard. Alright. Ah, there's a nice one. 4 planets. Gas is going to take a while to take advantage of. Medium forest would be great if we weren't Riftborn. Arctic is good. We'll at least get some decent science out of it. And then another gas. Ugh, not a great place to colonize for our first colonization. Okay. So we got the dust specialization. Xenotourism industries is good for when we have luxury deposits, which we don't have yet. But more importantly, we're capturing Hyperium now. So we're getting, what is that, 3 per turn, which sounds like a lot until you see just how much it is necessary in this particular mod. It's everywhere. Hello, Sapior. Sapior? Okay, so this is our first quest. Now, when you finish these main quests, you get a big boost. The one that you get when you finish the Riftborn quest is all Riftborn pops get +4 dust. That's crazy. It boosts them from +5 dust to +9, in addition to the 5 production and 5 science. So I usually like keeping my hero on my homeworld. I can see the advantage of having just putting your hero with your scout, and the hero ship has its own probe on it so that your scout can do a lot more right at the very beginning of the game. But I like having my hero on the planet, helping the planet grow faster. So this is a good one here, 9 system improvements. We haven't found any minor civilizations yet, so I think that's a bad choice. We're going to go with Strengthen, because we're going to get this one no matter what. And we're going to get some Jadonics, which is a very good luxury resource, no matter what we do, it looks like. So that's our goal. Have a system with 9 system improvements. This one's already got, what, 4, 3? Well, 2, but then I'm building these 2, so that'll be 4 total. Here's 5, 6 right there. So those will be pretty easy. Now, what is this system good for? We got 2 science planets. You can tell by the beaker. They're stable. That gives them a significant amount of science. Then we've got a dry planet, which is good for dust production. And we've got a craggy planet, good for total production. So this is actually a good system to start with in our home system here. We're trying to get to that Savannah planet as quickly as possible, as well as the Ash planet, because even though the Savannah planet is really good for production for a Savannah planet, it's mostly a dust production planet. You can see it's got 6 dust output. That's probably the best on our planet. And getting that dust output early can be pretty valuable, especially when the pirates come around. When the pirates come around, you can buy them off. Now, this is probably one we want to get going as soon as we find a suitable place to put our secondary... Oh, we still haven't found something. Wow. So whatever we build over here is going to be so far removed from the rest of our system, it's going to be crazy. I don't actually need to do all these. We'll build another scout that can come through here and check all the curiosities. Right now, I want to try to do this and see if I can't see what's in that direction while simultaneously going in this direction. We need to get more information before we determine what we want to do. And man, another 1-planet system. That is just outrageous. We're going to need happiness somewhere in the near future. So we've got this one here. Don't need that. Do like mechanical genius. Let's go with that one right there. So E, and all of them have like mathematical names, which is kind of cool. All right, did we find something over here? Ugh, a 2-planet system. Come on. The 1 4-planet system we found was 2 gas giants. At least it's a huge planet. And it's got a couple curiosities on it that might be valuable. But, ugh. I don't know if that's something we should put our foot down on just to get going. I mean, we have to. We can't waste any more time. It's already turned 7. We keep looking. We go down the wrong path here. We might find a minor civilization. Can't colonize that. All right. So there's our steps. That's on the way to the Savannah planet. Alright, so let's colonize this. It's not the best thing, but maybe these atmospheric curiosities will be good. And I believe atmospheric are always automatically discovered. Wow, look at those crazy big cat things. Automatically discovered when your colony starts there. Which means this may turn out to be a really bad idea if these are bad anomalies. But I guess we'll find out soon. So, one thing we can do is boost the speed at which this is colonized. And I think we're going to do that. That'll cut it down from 24 to 12 turns. Because their colonies don't use food, right? They don't bring food in from another colony the way that most of them do. They just use the production to build the colony. I don't even know how much they need. But it's, I don't know, do 12 by 26. How long is that going to take? So, it's like 300 probably is what they need. Alright, so we found this over here, which is actually quite good. Plus 20% dust on systems if we can get it inside of our influence circle. So Bracia could definitely make that happen. I'm going to send this out into the middle of nowhere in case there's something out there that we want to find. Hello, Deadly Sky Blue. Welcome. So we're hoping to find a planet over here, a planetary system rather, and find out what's going on with that. Ugh, another 2-planet system. Okay. So we're going to need to go deep into this left-hand tree here pretty quickly in order to build a decent setup. We've got this one, which is +1 system occupied before triggering expansion disapproval. Then we've got this, which is the big one. That can overcome a lot of overcolonization unhappiness. And this one adds +2 systems before triggering that colonization disapproval. And finally, this down here can give us a bunch of happiness just for having peace in with other nations. Now, there are some early game stuff we can get access to as well. Colonial rights is great, because every time we go up a level on our systems, we'll get some extra happiness. This one's necessary because they don't care about food, unlike other species. We're going to be colonizing a lot of very terrible planets that normally have this big happiness penalty, but we don't care. We're like we're these weird silicate things. We don't need nice places, so we don't care about how harsh everything is. That's what this is helping us to deal with here. And Galactic Commodities has the Luxuries Lottery, which is great if we actually had any luxury resources. So far we've found 0, which means we need to get to the next level of curiosities here. There might be some luxuries up here at the higher level, uncommon luxuries. So after we do this one, let's do this at a less colonized swamp. But the thing I was thinking about getting was this. We do have those anomalies on our home system. And we do know that we're going to need a lot of research quickly here. Because we also would love to get to gas giants. And I think gas giants are on this left-hand tree too, right? Yes? Here they are. They're not too far away. They're level 3. Okay, I'm sorry. One thing we forgot to do is put the law into place. Now that we've got the outpost happening, we can get an extra 15 production on it. That'll make it go faster. And we get happiness when we acquire a new colony, either by invasion or through completing an outpost. So everybody's happy when we expand like that. So, let's do a quick check. We've got a tiny atoll and a small atoll. This is even worse. The only reason to colonize this system quickly is if it has a strategic resource. But the ruins usually don't. We just got some free dust from that. Usually you're looking for a subterranean option. Oh, okay. We found the pilgrims. Now, one of the things this mod does is if you're not orbiting the system that they are in, then it costs an awful lot to first contact that minor civilization. So I'm going to wait until next turn. Once my scout gets there, then it will be much cheaper to contact them first. And the main reason there is that, let's say we're on this constellation, I send a probe out this way, I see a minor civilization right here. Well, even though I have no direct connection to them, can just as easily take over them as a sovereign and an ally as somebody else who's directly next to them, which never makes sense. So you have to be able to be directly connected to them, or move to them
the sun god,
in order to properly introduce yourself. So now we get there, and they are a temperate people, so they give us bonus happiness right at the beginning. We start at 25, and they're going to jump up to 50 because we're the first to meet them, which is great. And hey, I like the bonus science they could give us. So we'll try to get these guys to like us. We don't have a lot of extra influence because, remember, we're not producing a lot of it on a snow planet. There we go. And what's more, our citizens don't produce it. Remember, they only produce the +5 dust, science, and industry, and these guys only produce a little bit of what you call it, of production and some food if they go onto a harsh planet. So now that we're done here, we can specialize exoscience stations. which is very quick. We can do interplanetary this. Now, xenotourism industry is not nearly as effective until after we get onto one of these other planets. So that's probably what we're going to do, but we're going to throw a couple of scouts in the mix, and then we'll colonize this one, which should show us the atmospheric curiosity immediately. Yeah, that should work. Or do we want... Maybe we want... Oh, this one has the poor soil, which is going to make us unhappy. We'll do that one last. We can do this freezing ice planet first. Okay. So this one is now being done in 3 turns, thanks to our laws in place. We're saying hello to these guys. They already like us a lot. Oh, and we don't have off-world agribusiness. Well, we're going to need that in order to talk to them. They do have some curiosities. If we discover their curiosity, they give us a little bit of happiness. That's nice. They're not large planets. I like all large planets. A 3-planet system, okay. If it is a couple of them are large, they can fit a lot of people. We got life form, ruins, atmospheric. The ruins are usually pretty good to have loot. In this case, basic perfected slugs. A better version of the kinetic projectile weaponry. That's good. That's going to help us with early pirates if we need it. And we can colonize Savannah now. The main reason was to get that planet back home colonized, but it looks like we're going to have to do that one sometime soon. All right. Now, can we yet go on these wormholes? Yes, we can. And there's a whole bunch of them. We found another one. So now it would be great if we were playing as the Empire. We could get so much influence, pump it out so fast. But
and our church acknowledge you.
Oh, we found the Vidyani who are leeching these guys dry. And we still can't talk to them, unfortunately. But at least we have met these guys. So let's just go in this direction. It looks like it's going to reach another planet that we can come back in this direction from. We now kind of know the extent to which we'll probably get Adana, these, who are these guys? The Pilgrims, assimilated into our empire. And that might be sort of the plug we use to protect the rest of our empire here. Such as it is with these few planets. Alright, so... yeah, let's head up here. Another minor civilization. Oh, the Vidyani had a fantastic start if they got over here. They could leech off of all 3 of these guys. And these guys have Eden incense, which is good for influence production. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to do much with these guys as long as the Vidyani are there. They can brainwash them out from under you, even if you have are the friendliest of friendlies with them. The Vidyani can still take them from you with the brainwashing, which is upsetting. Alright, now we've unlocked the next tier of curiosities. And you know what I forgot to do, which is go in here and check out our scout and see if... yes, of course, they always start incomplete for some reason. Now, we do have some Hyperium. This gives us more total probes than the basic system, which is they only... oh, these are much better vision, too. So, let's take advantage of that. Yeah, put both of them on there. What could it cost? And then we want to fix and make sure they're using the stronger perfected slugs, just in case. Now, they got 2. They have no defensive slots, but at least they're able to do something offensive if we need them to. Unfortunately, I've already built the one scout here, but so I'll have to upgrade him. Pay a little bit of money, make that happen. Oh, look at that! So that, having those probes vastly increased the vision range. I thought that meant the probe vision range, but no, that's the scout vision range increases significantly. Does this one do that too? Yeah, but not to the same extent. This one has a much faster cooldown on the probes, but the vision range doesn't go as wide, which is interesting. So Polaris is here. Huge Alpine. Alpines are great for us because they are primarily production, but they have the other ones as well. Small snow is disappointing, but it has 3 possible anomalies, and a large ice. This could be not too bad. The Alpine can produce the production that we need to maintain this system and improve it. And then the ice and the snow can give us a lot of science from this system. That can be pretty good. Meanwhile, however, there's the damn pirates. Of course they are. Of course they're right there. All right, we're going to send these guys out this way. And now we could build the Intergalactic Technology Center. And this is one you want to build in a place that's going to have a lot of science output, which my capital will, because we have a snow and an ice. The ice is the big one. I'm not going to be able to get to Polaris anytime soon, unless... Yeah, no, I'm going to need 3 more researches at this level before I can unlock the warp drive that can get me over to Polaris. So, whoa, who's this? The Hisho. Alright, we were correct at least in projecting where we were going to find these people. Let's keep going in this direction. Head back to these guys. We still don't have the off-world agribusiness. 2 more turns and then we'll be able to at least get them to like us a little more. So we have magnetic field generators. There's 5 titanium right there if we want to build this. They're already unhappy as a result of being overcrowded here, but we're getting to that. We're getting to that. No worries. I think we need to build a colony ship and at least get Gracia going. Ah, there's our colony. Ah, this is the other big problem with the Riftborn. Because they don't make population the same way as everybody else, they don't generate any inherent income when it comes to manpower. We're getting 2.4 from our home system and 46 from the minor civ. So that minor civ is helping a lot. Sorry, turning up the heat. The minor civilization is going to be helping us a lot. Now, we could spend some time fabricating direct, like here, create some soldiers for manpower to defend our areas. But right now, we're just going to focus on continuing to get this one going here. Now, this is the other option. Endless Research Park and Endless World, in terms of a thing we might aim for. Not this system, obviously. We're thinking more along the lines of Heka here. Because once we get Ash going with a few more people, the production here should spike pretty significantly. Jeez, that's so long. Kionos is going to be all on its own. I didn't even look what galaxy type we got. Okay, so we got like a big star shape spiral galaxy here. So that suggests there may not be anybody else out here. We may have just a couple of planets and that's it. And that might be a good place to set up shop with a few more entry-level systems. Let's add an extra 15 production to our capital. Alright, Empire Development Level 2. Mining probes start. Oh, these are for behemoths. And be the first to unlock a 3rd population. That's not going to be us. We don't breed like rabbits like the Horatio do. But we have unlocked infinite supermarkets and the ability to talk to miners. Let's make sure this guy continues to be on our side because that's our only source of manpower right now. We're drafting those guys in as part of our arrangement. These guys, too, actually are giving us some stuff. So that would be not too terrible either. Let's keep doing curiosity research while we're out here, because you can come home with some good loot when you do it. Life form, subterranean, or life form. Let's do the subterranean. There's a decent chance of getting luxury or strategic resources. Oh, we found nothing. All right. Well, that's such as it is. We're going to leave them there for a minute and come back. Ah, we got to pick a new direction. So I think it wouldn't be a terrible idea to grab xenolinguistics. This can give us a considerable amount of extra production. Look at this. This is just going to increase your strategic resource production by half. And it costs 40 and 40. That's very expensive. And then what's this over here? Lava planets? No, forest planets. Maybe we get this here. It gives us the ability to colonize Terran and Ocean, because we don't start with those. And getting this and this will give us the ability to fight the pirates. This one will give us the hulls, and unlocking one of these two gives us the next level of shielding, which can be very valuable. Exploring 5 atmospheric curiosities. Well, we'll certainly try. We're getting another scout that can go and try that. He still hasn't recharged any of his damn probes because he's the level 1 guy I sent out a long time ago. Just by traveling, he's exploring so much space. It's insane. I never saw the value of the Hyperion probes until I actually put it on one of my ships. Alright, so we can colonize Ocean and Terran as needed now. And what are we looking like? Lots of science, lots of industry. Okay. That's about right. Heka's done. We've colonized that Savannah planet. Oh, it's psychoactive air. That's not bad. It's the happiness was going to be a problem, but this happiness will actually offset the happiness here, so that's pretty good. So you could specialize this as for colonial exchanges because it's a dry planet. But again, producing people is some of the most important work that we do here. And this is the point where we consider, do we build a Geist and go colonize that other 4-planet system? I think we do. I think we'll do that first. At least get Brassia off the ground and starting its production. The only thing we can colonize here is the Arctic planet. That's 3. That's 3. But this at least gives us... I don't know what it gives us. Life form and signal curiosities. Let's go take a look. We've got our brand new shadow ship. One of the things I might consider actually on the scout here, instead of 2 Hyperion probes, let's put some extra movement on there. I determined that that's the design I want. It's a bit of a waste, but let's make it. They can get there in 2 turns instead of 3. Alright, so we got the new hulls. Oh, the planet Vale. It turns beneath the glare of an indifferent star. History and legend claim it as one of the greatest centers of virtual study. Where do we find it? Oh! Just so happens it's got a pirate on it. Lots of dust there. Large steppes planet. I like large steppes planets. And then a gas planet. Alright, so up here, do we have any atmospheric things that we can check? Life form, life form. Then instead, I'm just going to send you off in this direction. Oh, we found the academy. Huh. Somebody else got credit for that. That's interesting. Now, Atlas. If we have the home of the academy, what does that do for us, I wonder? It's a huge desert, a huge arid, and a huge tundra. That's very good dust production in that system. But, man, that would just be too difficult to defend. So let's go look elsewhere. This is right in the center of the galaxy here. There's so much to explore in that direction. See, so Kionos is going to have a problem there with those pirates pretty soon, I think. See, we've discovered them with a probe, but we can't interact with them cheaply. No, sir. Still can't afford enough to make them like us a little more. Let's send some probes out and just stay here and use what the probes tell us to decide which direction to head with this scout ship. Meanwhile, over here, we've got 3 probes we can do. Ooh, positron torpedoes. I say as if I'm planning to use torpedoes. Ooh, pirates. And then nothing. Now, the good news is I think we can take these guys. Our ship has 155 offensive power and 285. This is a rough guess for what... Yeah, we should be able to win. You want to take these guys out when you get the chance. Now, we're using... Yeah, we're using the offensive projectiles, so we want to get into close range. Oops. One menu I didn't notice until recently is this advanced screen. You can get a lot more detailed information about what happened. We started at long range because the pirates chose to try to stay at long range with the shield wall, and then we got to medium range, and that's when we killed them, it looks like. Because there was no damage in that phase. Alright. We've done the military thing, so be the first to raise one of your heroes to level 9. Now we also need to pick a new technology to research. We could go straight into these military options. That would be an interesting choice. Alternatively, we could get some happiness. I think we're going to need those militaries early on, honestly, because we're going to be so spread out. Our empire is just going to be so big. We're going to need to start producing a fleet now so we can have one on either side of the empire. So let's make sure they're good ones, I guess. Projectile damage first, instead of energy damage, since we have those strong projectile damage ones. We'll send those out just to have something out there. Oh, I forgot to move my colonizing ship here. First, did we find anything over here worth colonizing? Not yet. Alright. Let's go to Bracia. What else can be colonized here besides those gas planets? Forest planet. So we'll have to think about doing that. Now, after we do this one... Ooh, it's a behemoth song. Huh. Interesting. And one of these planets is a clever fake. I think this is almost always a good idea. 10 turns to get a free technology, and you only lose -10 science production. But, like, I'm getting 300 and something a turn. That's always the right choice. We've got more Empire laws. We don't want to use those, though, because we barely are making enough influence right now to support our current law. Polaris is probably the next best place we can do it, because it'll give us some science, which will let us do a lot of other things. So let's look down here. Monsoon, Atoll, and Moon Exploration. Our people aren't going to be happy, so let's go with that one. And let's go with this one. It'll make our specializations better. And we'll hit this just so we can get that... Oh, that's a jungle planet. Forest is way up there. Ugh. Brassia is just terrible. Oh, we found the same minor civilization that we have on our home planet. Look at that. Unfortunately, we're kind of locked down way over here. And these guys are warmongers. That's interesting. Let's do some curiosity research. Just in the hope of getting some loot. There we go. Got 15 antimatter. That's not nothing. So where to go from there, huh? I feel like we thoroughly explored any possible penalties here. Now, Bushir had a... Oh, Ariga. Ariga is the planet that Endless Legend takes place on. Let's go head over here, I guess. So far, we still don't know what's going on with these damn probes. They're going so far. We still don't have enough to make these guys praise us. Or to praise them, even. Remember, we're looking to get system improvements on our capital. We've got to make sure that is kept in our... Why are you giving us Harashems? We don't care about Harashems. They're probably going to die. Yeah, they're going to die. We have no food production. What are you doing? What are you doing just landing here? It's not even a harsh planet. You make 0 food. We can give the capital infinite supermarkets as well as magnetic field generators, which will at least partly offset the psychoactive air. And that will get us to, we got 5 here, 6, 7. I really don't want to build xenotourism, but I could do big data. That'll give us more XP on our fleets that we build. What have we found over here? Ooh. Who are these? This is the Hisho, but they've got the one good planet. Well, Kessler Syndrome. Not so good. Arid, Savannah. The Fallen Gardens anomaly. Oh, man. That one's got Ice 10. That's no good. So I think we need to be expanding in this direction. Let's go use our probe to get the curiosities and figure out what's going on over here. Okay. Agri-drugs. We've got the enhanced hulls now for our... Ah, yes. Look at all those slots. It gains 2 defensive slots, 3 defensive slots, and a support module slot for our offensive craft. Basically, the default version comes with... all of these. So, These basic perfected slugs are pretty damn good. Let's just continue using those. Stick 4 of them on here. Makes them quite strong. Now, this is going to cost us a little bit of titanium every time we build one, but we've got a decent stockpile built up. And then, of course, we need to have basic warp drive, but, you know, we've got a long way to go. Let's upgrade it with a Hyperion engine. It's only 1 extra movement point, but that can make a big difference. Now, we could give it another extra movement point. Or... Sorry, an extra 3 movement points doing. Let's think about doing this instead. That way it won't cost us any Hyperium. Yeah, we won't get the evasion, but I'm worried about not having enough strategic resources to build these later, because the Cypher is going to use up all our Hyperium. We're going to stick with the same close-range plan. Oddly enough, let's get some projectile defense here. Oddly enough, our defensive ship, the one that's going to attract all the fire from the enemy, because it's a Guardian, that one only has 3 defensive slots on it. But the defensive slots are 10% better. So there's that. But it has a ton of utility slots. This is where we can do this, which increases fleet movement points by 1. And we need to put another... so now both of our ships start with 7. So we got 3. We got 3 now. That's interesting. Yeah. Starts with a... So this is a lower minimum than our attack ships. Anyway. What else? We do probably want to put nano repair bots on here, because this is the one that's going to get targeted. And then we can increase the flotilla crew destruction. I don't think we want to do that. Let's just add a little bit of extra health. And a little bit of extra repair. So now it's doing 30% repairs after each battle. That's pretty damn good. Okay. So this one costs a little bit more Hyperium. But with all this, after big data shipyards are done, then we'll be ready to build Phantom, Phantom, Cypher, Phantom. And that's a full fleet right there. We can send it over to Kionos just so that it's got some defense against these pirates. And especially against the Hisho. So we've got an election. I like having the industrialists in charge. Having the scientists in charge is good too. I'm going to try to boost the militarist political party a little bit, because I feel like we're going to be going to war pretty soon. We got the militarist 1 vote at least, but it's going to be... Actually, scientists have taken over the industrialists. Which is a little disappointing. We lost the industrialists' pin law, the dust windfall.
Feel free to anger us.
Oh, they're threatening me. Well, we're already researching military stuff, so get the hell out of here. You too, Vidyani, what are you doing? No, screw you. We're not paying you money. Oh, here we go. These guys are temperate. So we want to get them on our side against the Hisho, which I think must be located over here somewhere. Oh, you're gonna battle me here? Ugh. I think I might have the advantage over you. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. Got him! Got him! Now, you know what I can do? Because he so foolishly did what he did, we can kill his outpost here. We can kill it. I think. By blockading it. Which one of these has the best production? Where would we land? On the Mediterranean planet, because it's got the Fallen Gardens. Ooh! Ooh. Bonus to ship production here. Oh, and it's got Red Sang, which isn't the best one for me personally, but, you know. Eden Essence. Ton of it. So let's take a quick look here at Heka. Here's what we're going to do. This is one of the cool things about the Riftborn is they've got the ability to manipulate time. So we can spend 20 titanium to massively speed up our systems. And we can also spend 20 Hyperium to massively slow down somebody else's system. I'm just going to bring those right to the top. The compression singularity I'll use right here on my home planet. And then that will speed up all this other stuff. It'll be great. Now, we do need that combat fleet out ASAP. Do we need the magnetic field generators? No. Do we need the infinite supermarkets? No. We'll go straight to the fleet after we get colonial exchange going. At least that way we can afford the dust cost of upkeeping our fleet. Oh yeah, we knew about that. Ha, there's that. I mean, I honestly don't want minor civilizations because none of them are as good as the +5 to each of these. Yeah, that's too bad. We lost the ecologist bonus. You know what? This guy is going to come back here because I am going to give him a speed boost if I can. Yeah, I can. Okay. So, A, we're going to give them titanium colonizers because that has a probe built into it, which is kind of nice. B, we're going to give them a Hyperium engine and 2 more of these. So when he gets back to the homeworld, he can get that boost and ride over here and grab that colony ASAP. I think that is for the best. I was thinking about sending him over here on faith and just be like, hope there's something good in that direction. But that has not always worked out well for me in the past. Alright, let's check out this pirate base. What do they got? A long season, as if things weren't bad enough. Oh! Where did we discover that? Way over here all by itself, huh? We found antimatter. Ooh, antimatter's great. Oh, okay. One thing we found here was a mysterious electromagnetic ping all the way to its source, a control center. We found a detailed map of the constellation, including a few unexpected systems. So, oh, look at Cran, a 5-planet system. Come on, tell me they're good. Huge! Huge planets are great. Come on. More of those. Huge... Oh, God, they're all jungle planets, aren't they? A monsoon planet is also a food planet. Tundra, though. Tundra is dust. Huge snow. Colonizable. Now, why did it say hostile presence detected on the snow one? That's weird. So what this actually could be my manpower generation system. I could put one of the minor civilizations there for the most part, and they will help me generate manpower. We already knew about Polaris. What else did we find? We didn't find any other systems near us, huh? Oh, here's Wrath and Dakel. Alright, so that just suggests we need to get Polaris and Cran going ASAP. We do have them on the docket, so in 18 turns we'll be able to get some ships out there to colonize them. Meanwhile, you can head off into the sunset here and find out what we've got in the other direction. Oh, look at that. Another system we didn't know about. So now that we're blockading this, I don't think they're able to grow while that's happening. Let's see if we can't learn a little bit more about what's going on in there. Ah, we got our singularity ready.
I shall defend the...
Why are you guys both pissed? I understand why the Hisho are pissed, because I screwed them over. But, alright, so this one's going to boost our capital. Titanium slugs, you say. Oh, those are great. We're probably going to need one of those. What I usually do is I make a specialty siege ship called a catapult. Put it on the this thing. Now, I'm gonna mostly give it siege modules, but the siege ships I make are always so damn slow. You know, that's kind of okay. Let's just do this. Make it a little bit faster with Hyperium engines. Then give it some basic defenses in case it's caught out. And give it some long-range shooty shoot. I don't know. Maybe beam weaponry, actually. That increases its defense against missiles. Alright. Oops. No, we don't want to go away. We want to make that a thing. Okay. So now if we have to, we can build that catapult. Found another one of these things. Ah. Well, that's not great. I don't like that it's showing me these before I've even unlocked the market. Okay. Let's keep looking. You get a bonus if you can explore most of the... Oh, there's the Vadyani quote-unquote homeworld. Let's make these guys love us, at least for the time being. Can't hurt. We're not probably going to need any of these laws. Exploration ships, and all ships get bonus points. Damn, that's a really nice thing. So is this, but I just can't afford the influence cost right now. So now what I'm hoping to find... Ah, bingo. The Hisho home planet is hot, craggy, and rocky, but full of lowland jungles. Hello, Liquor. Oh, the endless soundtrack. Everything about it has always been just glorious. Now, can we stick this singularity here? Nope, we need to be in the vision range. So... I mean, we're sending a probe actually right in that direction. We'll see if that works out in our favor. Right now, this guy is actually has negative growth, so it's going to be removed soon enough. I need this guy to get back ASAP so we could get a colony started there before they can react. If we're able to cram these guys into the tiny corner there, then... we should be able to defeat them in detail. Wow, there's a lot of pirates around here. And the red faction, whoever that is... Ah, the Sophanity.
Feel free to anger us.
I don't want these ever popping up again.
They're
useless. They're just here like, hey, did you know I don't like you? Like, thanks. So, I could put this negative dilation on Jaya, but I really want to wait a couple turns and put it on Pollux, their capital. It's just going to be much more effective there. Bingo, coordinated command. So, that means we can build... another Phantom. Phantom, Cypher, Phantom. So we'll have a second flotilla. It'll take a little longer to get, but at least it'll be in a convenient location up over here. Meanwhile, our scout is still preventing that outpost from growing, which is the important piece here. Alright. What do we need in order to land here? Jungle? Monsoon? Alright, we gotta fight these pirates off again if we want to maintain that blockade. Here's hoping. Come on, Shadow. Whew! They did it and didn't even lose much health in the process. Even gained a little experience. We're gonna need a new hero soon, aren't we? We're getting one, slowly and steadily. Aha! Here we go. Okay, let's upgrade that colonizer ship. From 5 to 12 movement points. There we go. It'll get there in 4 turns instead of probably a lot. Ah, now we can see their capital. We can drop this dilation singularity on them.
Feel free to anger us.
No, we're not going to
Feel
stop
free
our
also
time
to
manipulations.
suffer
We put it there for a
Tonazi's
reason.
Feel free to anger us.
Okay.
Feel free also to suffer Tonazi's wrath.
Well, that's an interesting response you had there.
Feel free to anger us.
Yeah, we know. There we go. E's getting some experience, but we're going to need them to get some experience in combat. So, let's get this Cosmic Castaway, a generic skill that gives us bonus experience per turn when you put them on a fleet. Just in case we need to make them into a fleet admiral. Yeah, that guy's gonna make it to Orion real quick. Uh-oh. That looks like a behemoth, huh? It's only an economic behemoth, so it does not have a lot of health. But that's still a problem. Probably takes a behemoth to kill a behemoth, doesn't it? I don't think we even have any behemoths unlocked yet. I mean, that... Huh. The Words in Private isn't even finished yet. How have they been able to build a behemoth? That must be one of their specialties. I haven't ever played the He Show either. But something tells me it is just gonna wipe out my scout here. Even though it's an economic behemoth. It's got just way too many hit points. Okay. Well, a full fleet would probably be able to knock it down after a turn or two. Let's try. I'm not sure. It's possible that he won't be able to... Oh, that kind of makes that planet suck for anything except production. But that's kind of what we're looking at. 10, 5. We need to be fast, so let's do that. He might not be able to blockade with an economic behemoth. I'm not sure. Colonize it in 3 turns, sure. Ah, what have we got up here? We're helping ourselves to this antimatter. I'm just gonna tell this guy, go have fun, explore the galaxy. I don't like babysitting them over time.
All
Ah.
we embrace.
Hello, Novio. Holidays were good. No, multi-thread management. Okay. No complaints here. Pretty much all good times.
It gives me pleasure to force this down your throat.
Well, okay. Kind of expected that. Multi-thread management was this one here. Oh, that's good. Gives us the ability to buy things out with dust. Whoa, who's this? The Sophons? Sophony, why are you doing this to me, man? We could be friends.
Yeah? Why are you knocking around?
Ooh, you need me to give you a ton of antimatter, huh? We're not using it, and I really want, you know, them not
All right.
to be screwing with my homeworld, so... Oh, it wasn't them. It was the damn pirates here. Okay. Well, let's buy out a Phantom and just get this out on the field faster. ships there.
Do not be shocked.
So the good news is it looks like when it comes to Orion, we're going to be doing okay.
The Hive cares little for the interests of other races.
They put a probe, like an economic probe, here around this planet. Is that what they did? That's why that's circling. Their mining probe is currently mining resource deposits on the planet. I haven't actually played around with the behemoths vis-a-vis these different options. I built military ones in the past, but I usually just don't have the resources for that early in the game to build an economic one. And right now it's not possible because we haven't completed the right objective, but apparently the Hisho just say, screw that, we already have this tech, because we're just that cool. Kionos is in trouble. Alright, we got Orion real fast as a colony, and it turns out it's even got a mutated flora. Great. Now, let's do that and then build industrial zones on here to get a little bit more production, because this place is going to need it. It's going to need electromagnetic shielding. It's going to need a lot of stuff. Damn, that seems like it's going to be so far away. But every time I get one of these guys, it's going to massively increase the speed at which things are produced there. Dark glitter. Alright, let's keep probes coming over here, just so we know what's happening everywhere in this area. Meanwhile, Scout's gonna run away from this fleet, because I don't want anything to do with that at the moment. Liquor thinks that the Hisho get one free behemoth at start. No thanks, that's not a valid quest to me. Ah, there we go. Another hero looking to do something here. Let's give him a bonus to shield capacity on the fleet. Oh, are these pirates coming towards us? I think they are. We will wipe them out. Now we could buy a pirate mark and use it against the Hisho. Let's see. Yes. Take that, thusly. We still haven't introduced ourselves to these guys, which I've got to try and get on friendly terms with them. Or invade them, one or the other. We can colonize monsoon planets now, that's good. Still feel a little bit overstretched right now. There's those pirates we were worried about. We found the Sisters of Mercy way down there. Versus 6. Interesting. The Molten Springs are doing good there. Oh, I feel like I need to put industrial zones here, though. Even though exoscience stations would be better. But let's come back to that when we actually have time. Hello, Sea Gamer. Yeah, it's the Enhanced Space 2 mod that I'm using here. There we go. Perfect. We got a hero just in time. A Guardian hero usually has the best ships for fighting.
The Empire has a proposal.
Let's keep the
Something
Empire
to
happy with us. Even though they aren't really near us, they could still make our life uncomfortable, so...
Drink.
Ah, here's our new guy. Well, I always like to start any admiral with this cosmic castaway to give bonus experience to the fleet he's leading. Let's also see what kind of stuff should we put in his ship. Should we put in something other than projectile damage just to give variety so the enemy can't build directly against our projectiles? Well, the only enhancer we have is a projectile enhancer, so I have a feeling we're going to need to put some projectiles on here. Now, I could try and put some positron torpedoes, but there's no way for this guy to stay at distance while the rest of the fleet doesn't. Oh, wow, but this hero is so slow. I don't want him to drag down the rest of the fleet. Oh, okay, he had the default, even pre-basic warp drive on here. But let's give him the better one here. Oh, we don't have enough money to make him... Damn. Okay, well, let's wait one turn, and then we can give him... I know he's unassigned. Calm down.
Drink.
Ah, you gotta love being on the shoulders of supergiants. It won't load big galaxies, huh? I haven't had that problem, but I usually just try the standard size. Alright, now behemoths are available to everybody. I don't know if we want to get them at this point. Ah, the Amosa. They like me. They really like me. Especially these guys. We need to make sure they like us. Okay. Now we can go in and edit that hero. We should have enough money to make him the way that I want him. Yeah, by default does he have... Yeah, only 2 movement points by default. That's crazy bad. And let's make sure we give him projectile damage booster. And he's good to go. Come on. Shoot in this direction, and in this direction. I want to know everything that's going on over there. Ooh! Hang on. Improved ion torpedoes. These don't seem to be that great. Let's go take a quick look. Ooh, Huygens rings are great. So we've got this that is 78 DPS with 100 salvo health. This has less. I mean, it has a critical hit chance. Oh, but it kills 2 crew per hit. That's interesting. Might be good to put together with a boarding party option. Because the enemy has less crew, the boarding party is more likely to be successful. Find me some of them curiosities here in this world. But only if they're not pirates. Alright, vital statistics. Produce 2 ships of at least 371 offensive power. Well, I think we can do that. Don't we already have that?
Sign the deal.
No, screw you, Cravers. Nobody likes you. Yeah, we definitely already have that.
Purpose is
Maybe it wants 2 more, in which case we still certainly can. Militarism is on the rise here a little bit. Oh. These guys like us too, or will soon. Now our singularities have run out. I wonder if we should be building some new ones. Oh, we don't have the resources for them. We need dust to make singularities. I forgot that costs a lot of dust. We spent the rest of that on our hero, but it's going to be worth it. Then we're going to build a couple of catapults to help us siege down these planets. There we go. We'll add the hero to this fleet. Possess 2 cold planets. Do you even know who I am? Of course we have cold planets. Alright, so in 3 turns that will be done. And we'll have a sort of mini fleet ready to go. And the pirates are already blockading Pollux. That's good. They're doing our work for us. See that all the time. There's a little bug, basically, that if you get blockaded, it says, oh, we can't go anywhere. We must have explored all this possible systems. Well, no, that's not really how it works. Alright. So we still need to make sure our ability to explore gas giants is important. And this here will help us. We still haven't found any luxury resources, have we? Sorry, we found Red Sang. That's the only one. Oh, they have their whole fleet fighting the pirates right now. We could definitely go hurt their homeworld.
The Empire will not tolerate this.
Tolerate what? I paid you off last time. Give me a break. $473 and 1,000. Our fleet is already much better than that. Ah, yes, let's get militarists onto the board. I don't want to pay, because I need that dust. Oh, no. I don't think the militarists are going to make it. Oh, they did. They got a quorum. They got the votes from the ecologists and from the religious caste. That's interesting. So let's go fight these guys while we can. Oh man, the Vidyani already got him, didn't they? It looks like that's the case. Let's not fight too hard for those guys. The other thing we need to consider is our ground forces. I think 60-40 at the start's not a bad idea. We do have enough dust to boost one of these. Now, armor does bonus damage against infantry. Infantry does bonus damage against air, but we can only boost one of them. Let's boost the armor. We'll boost the rest later.
The Empire will not.
I know, you don't get tribute. You're not near me. You're not threatening. Get the hell out of my face. If you were where the Saphanity, well then maybe. But you're not. Are you? The other thing we should probably do, since we have so few resources... Oh, we could get the some interesting behemoth upgrades here. These are exploration behemoths. This is kind of what I was thinking about, actually. Behemoths that can give us some bonuses into science. If and when we win this war, we can then take advantage of that. We certainly have this thing here.
Maybe that will help you.
I was thinking the science behemoths, but economic ones are pretty good too. Hang on, how come we don't have... Oh, because we haven't unlocked any of them at all. This is... support slots, but where's the behemoths themselves? There it is, right? This is the behemoth slot here. That's the one I'm looking for. How did you get there all by yourself? I thought that I had sent them all, but I guess I only sent one by mistake. They gotta get hooked up at Orion there and fixed. This is the one on our home planet. Civil engineering. I do like having this one guy that I specialize at production, so that if I start a new system, I can put him in charge of it and the thing just grows like crazy. While all our planets, all our military is away, we should probably have a bit more defense for our capital system here. And happiness. And colonizing. Just get that much stronger here. The other thing we're missing is this, impervious bunkers. And this, tractable armaments. You need all three of those to really hold off an enemy for any great length of time. But it seems if the enemy brings decent, siege ships, you're done anyway. Okay, so we now have the capacity to get to level 2 system modernization, but we barely know about any of these these resources. We still don't have the marketplace open. Like, there's so much left to do. Ah, you can go off into the world now. Colonial rights, and we can colonize jungle now. Good. Good. Eight movement points, because the whole fleet's got 6. That's weird, because that's his is 6 is the max. Oh, hey, come back! I meant to use guards so that you couldn't do that. Sneaky bastard. I wish I was playing as the Vaulters so they could teleport their stuff around. It's just so long. This war is going to be fought and won by my 2 new colonies for all intents and purposes. What colonized this? Oh, the forest planet may have been the first one we colonized? No. Oh, we took it over because they had it colonized. Duh. And, Ah, we want the Fallen Gardens next. Good news for us, I think, is we're going to be able to intercept them here at Amosa. This time I'll remember to hit the Guardian.
In the name of the heart and of harmony, the
Unfallen greet you. So we got these guys here. Let's merge them with the scouts just so that we're all on the same page. We could also fight these pirates. Yeah. Kill them! Get some experience! Oh, I should have switched over to the other option for the tactic. But whatever, it's fine. Whatever. We still haven't unlocked the ability to travel here, but I think that's what we're working on next, right? Behemoth Analyzers will do that for us. Alright, so we're not going to let them get their fleet back home to fix it. Ah, okay. So our enemy was attacked by the pirates that we contracted. Ah. And we got a bunch of the money out of it. That's good. Where did they go? They couldn't slip past us, right? They were on the way here.
The Oregon Confederacy seeks only knowledge, and
Of course they do. We all agree. Did they sneak through? Even though I have this blockaded? Huh. The other cipher we're waiting on is taking about forever to get built. Well, let's wait here and see what happens, I guess. We do want to add extra shield capacity to the ship, to the fleet, and shield penetration. Those are all good things. So let's get that as on the way. Fight the pirates again. They get blown up pretty much immediately. We lose nothing. We gain some experience. Good times. Had by all. Alright, we're going after Pollux real soon.
Well, if it isn't our favorite empire, up to their usual japes.
We are up to our usual japes. How did you know? You clowns. I think I just want to wipe this empire out, like, completely destroy it. They're in our way. And, you know, saving the people in our universe is more important than you. Failed immediately? Who's over here? Oh, it's this one. Okay. Anyway, we needed to get more of these here, don't we? I don't really want to build this, but I guess I'm going to have to. Because I need to finish that main quest that requires the 9. Ooh! We explored 50% of the galaxy first, and we got the spin-off incubator. Oh, that's cool. Alright, we've got a catapult added to our fleet. We're ready to go. I'm going to bring the second catapult in, just in case. Ah, a million things I haven't done. It always pops up. Now, when it does pop up, it says plus 15% star system trade value. I have never had a trading system ready yet. Like, I don't have a trading HQ or a subsidiary. I don't even think I have the technology to by the time that pops up. Which I think is partly due to the mod, but also, you know. Okay. So, can we blow up this? Military behemoth. I hope so. Looks like we can. They did not have that many modules on that military behemoth. We lost our defensive guy, though, unfortunately. They used gravity distortion. We're going to build another one of these, see if we can't use it. Alright, so now... Oh, they have nobody here. The Pirates is already completely screwed over their capital. So plus 10 happiness on our homeworld because of this cool technology. Yeah, let's use the weird helmet thing for that purpose. I think we just invade, right? They've got a few air units, but we just have overwhelming numbers. And I think we're just going to blow them the hell out. Now, one of the things this mod does is it changes these so that there are ways to counter the tactics your opponent uses. So carpet bombing is countered by guerrilla tactics, and it counters indirect fire support. I think he's going to use guerrilla tactics. So we're going to use infiltration. Oh, he used Sacred Ground. That's a special card just for the He Show. However, didn't matter. We just had too many people. So now what do we do with this new system we just gained? I think we raise it to the ground, to be honest. I know that I will have some unhappiness on our planets for a little while, but I think as weird beings from another realm, we see these guys as a threat. They declared war on us, and this is the best way to cleanse this area and have our own people colonize it. Is that too crazy? I don't think I want these guys, though. I don't think I want their weird He Show people screwing up my everything. Ooh, and there's a battle relic left behind. That's one of the cool things I think they added in one of the recent patches. Where is it? You can't see it from here, I guess. But yeah, we're going to raise it. People are going to be unhappy for a little while, but it'll allow us to colonize it later. For 20 turns? That's going to take too long. Ooh, we found a little mini population of these guys. Ah, here's what I was looking for. Ah, nope. I don't know what that is. That's the economic behemoth. Alright, so it looks like we've pretty much defeated that empire already. This seems like a decent one to go for. Once we're done with all the rest of this. And included in all that, this only has 90 production already, huh? Seems like it should be a lot more, but it's not. This has more production than the other one there. So let's get a Geist. And another Geist. And some more of these guys. So we can colonize both of these systems. And then we can get Cran and Polaris as well. Oh, we can destroy the mining probes with that. Okay, cool. Yeah, the economic behemoth should be going down real easy here. I just have to hope we don't lose our catapult or anything. Oh, good. The we almost lost the hero. That's real close. Now, these guys, they only have 200 left. We still have 745. We should be able to invade them next turn and wipe them out. All right. I think it's time. The, who is this? The Sophons are gonna witness us wipe out another faction. And I think we're gonna try infiltration again, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna go with that. Well, they went Sacred Ground anyway. Damage from their preemptive bombing they did to us. Wipe them out. We don't want their pops. We'll make our own. This will be done in 18 turns.
I make you an offer with my sword drawn and ready.
They want a truce. How can they have it? Are they still alive somewhere? They can't be. Where else could they possibly have a population hiding? Huh. I mean, I guess we could have a truce. I thought that I wouldn't have to compete with anything after that, though. I mean, we can go deal with the pirates here in a second. Alright, we're building another colony. We're getting more. It's just, once you get, like, I just look at this and I go, it takes so long to do anything until we get the machines built and the consciousnesses put inside them. We don't need to hire the spies. We don't really care about political parties at the moment. We just finished up the war. Oh, we're losing our population here because we're not producing enough food. Well, sustainable farms will get us there, I think. We should be done here with Chapter 1 very soon. Technically, we achieved that objective, yes. Alright, we got Warp Drive, which means we really should be building those Geists for the other two systems that we have over here. Where are we now? 3, 4, 5, 6 to Cran. And Cran's important. We need to get it now because when Ceres starts getting bigger, we're going to have a problem with our influence circle. They might be able to overshadow us. Oh, Kionos is not happy. Very unhappy. We definitely have two ships of at least 371, don't we? Oh no, 342 is what the Phantoms are, so we missed that one, whatever. Okay, infinite supermarkets will help make these people happier for some reason. I'm not entirely sure how our weird guys from another dimension are going to be happier with infinite supermarkets than without, but they are. That's just the way it is. Impervious bunkers. I think Jaya is a Dyson sphere system. That's interesting. So this is another one that's got really good for food. Like the Hisho must have loved having this system right next door. I say loved in the past tense because they don't exist anymore. Wah, wah. The main thing here, though, is they've got 2 titanium deposits. A poor and an average deposit. And they've got a Hyperium deposit in Pollux. Well, that's going to get us quite well suited. In Pollux itself, the capital, that's okay. I think we got to go for Jaya first, though, because it is just such a much larger system. Thing is, I want to wait until the 15 turns are up, because I want it to be completely gone. Adar. Is it these guys? Yeah. Born to bargain. Okay. I don't want to pay anymore. They're still going up. Oh, okay. We beat out the Vidyani for these guys. Let's keep it going. See if we can't assimilate them before the Vidyani brainwash them. Ah, now they've been eliminated. That's interesting. They must have had scouts out there. And just the presence of the scout kept them going. Well, that's very good for us. They definitely needed that Orion system. The fact that I was able to sneak in there and grab it. They didn't have any defenses ready. No fleets to fight with. That was important. Ooh, a ruins curiosity. That's good. Lost cities artifacts. Extra happiness. That's great. Now we got a free scout. This one, if you bring it to one of your systems that has 3 slots, they'll just drop off a Horatio population there. I just don't know if I want to do that. I get 80 influence, but I don't think I want the Horatio population. So I think he's just going to go hang out there forever. The amoeba like us. So we're getting a lot of income of manpower from them. Look, we're getting basically none from ourselves. Like, we are producing a little bit here, but it's not enough to convert into manpower, apparently. Alright, we need to get sustainable farms going. And we need to get graviton shielded laboratories going. Like, this is it's just taking forever to make this stuff happen. Let's not wait 7 turns. Let's pay that right now. Development grants. What are development grants? Are we looking for a technology here? Nope. Or is that when you buy things out? Is that a development grant? Oh, for the miners, that's right. Yeah. I don't know if I want to use my dust that way right now.
I shall defend the...
Well, if it isn't our...
Maybe. Ah, so we're done with things here. Let's make sure we've gotten the ability to colonize every type of planet. I think forest is still out here. There it is. Let's make sure we can get both antimatter and adamantium. We don't have to worry too much about military anymore, not for a bit. I do think we need to go into this tree, however, because we want to get here. And we're probably going to need some influence, so let's get xenology. Citadel specialization's pretty good. Let's also just unlock the next military ships. And we'll use this fleet to go deal with these stupid pirates. Oh, look at that. Nebular clouds. Those are nice. Let's get one more Geist over here so we can get the Zosmanos. So what is this system? Wow, this planet is fantastic. From orbit, this planet is visually uninteresting, silent and undeveloped. It turns beneath the glare of an indifferent star. History and legend claim it is one of the greatest centers of virtual study, however, and the seat of the sub-faction commonly known as the Cabal of Pure Thought. Should these tales be true, the planet would be rich with power generation centers, networks, and a planet-wide infrastructure of superconducting cables. Whew. Until there's a way to render these visible, however, the planet merely appears as it is. Huh. I wonder if there's anything that comes from actually colonizing it. Let's find out, shall we? It's on my list. I think we want to discourage the duel. Especially because probably our people aren't super happy about the whole... Actually, they don't seem to be... They're not broken up about it anymore. So now we can colonize Jaya. And I always pick, with this faction, I always pick the one with the highest production. With any other faction, I care a lot more about production and food, but here we go. Ooh, Humerus Incidentes. Good deal. It's a goddamn beautiful game. And we've got enough Hyperium. Let's boost it a little bit. I don't want to spend too much on something that's not necessary. But look, we've got a black hole right here. A nebular cloud there. And what is this? This is just a regular star system that's crappy. Ah, here we go. A solar nebula here. So all of the economic behemoths and scientific behemoths are the ones that benefit from that, right? Yeah, here it is. Lowers technology costs when orbiting black holes and neutron stars, specifically science technology costs. It lowers the other technology costs when orbiting asteroid fields and solar nebulae. And it lowers the other one when nebular clouds and rejuvenation fields. Lowers another one, the military one, when orbiting around collapsing stars. And its orbit, it gets 40 science for each one. So that's pretty damn good. Oh, this is a slightly better version of it, too. So this is 246% reduction in whatever area it's hovering around, and 80, 160, 320. I'm sorry, 340. Science just straight up. So that's a pretty good bargain. It only costs 30 dust to build such a thing as this. Does it get any cannons? It gets some. Sure, why not? Let's use those special improved iron. Nah, let's make it cheaper. It theoretically shouldn't be attacked. So we're actually going to do this. If it does get attacked, we're going to stay at long range so that this positron torpedo will actually be valuable. And we're going to use the perfected slugs in case the enemy has their own torpedoes so that the perfected slugs can fight them back. Now, the economic one. Grants Bureau. Bonuses to systems orbited by the behemoth. So you can just get flat fid. Not fids, but just fid. Or not fidsy. Yeah. Ooh. Maybe I need to put that. This is science only. The other one looks so much better now that I'm looking at that. The mining probe thing. You get one mining probe with a 5-turn cooldown. Launches to exploit all the resource deposits for which you have this technology. The mining probe is independent of the behemoth. That means you gotta move it around a whole bunch. I don't think I'm into that. But this... it moves real slow. But you know what? When it gets out there, or when you build it, you just leave it at the system it's built in, and it would boost it by 30. Is that worth it? I don't know if that's worth it. Kind of meh. Now, I didn't actually look at that earlier, but yeah, this one's only got a speed of 1. We could put it in a fleet with like a specialty made. Yeah, we could do this. Triangular? No, irrational. One, two, three. We could put it in a special fleet just to get it where it's going. So this will add an extra, 4 movement points to it. And what the hell, put some beam weapons on here. And then we need a name. There we go. Now we can have our behemoths be super powerful and potent, etc., etc. But honestly, I'm thinking that the node analyzer is a better choice than having all of these. Yeah, you don't get 80 science, you only get 50, but having the extra influence and dust can't be too bad. But the economic one, just having these, I mean, yeah, maybe if you did this, but it's like, maybe, you know what? Maybe that's what we do here, right? We put, the escort can like follow this one around. And all it does is it moves from place to place, dropping these mining nodes. It lasts for 4 turns. And we're going to use this to just harvest all those one planet systems that we have nearby that are just terrible. We don't want to colonize them, but we want to take advantage of them. In fact, for this one, we'll just give it its own... We don't need to have the escort going here. But this way, it's got 2 of these, so it can go back and forth between them. Maybe we have the escort, though. It helps it go. All right. Now we got a couple of options to play around with. Like, this one. Like, just go here, get some science from it. That's all you need to do. Yeah, I'm sure there is a better economic one. I can go look at that in a second. Like right now. There you go. Unlocks additional support slots for behemoths. That seems to be what we need before we make any. Ooh, and that's a much better mining probe, isn't it? Well, probe lifetime is only 3 turns, but the deposit value is much higher. Oh, a deep miner versus a fast miner. This lasts for 8 turns, but you only get 1, and the cooldown is much longer. Let's get both of those and see how we can play around with them. Now that we're here, what do I want? I mean, science wouldn't be bad to keep that on the docket. Yeah, science and industrialists. We gained... Ooh. That's pretty good if we can afford it. But I think we're trying to save up to assimilate these guys, if at all possible. Ugh. I'm not a fan of this quest. Can I just make it go away? It's actually not this quest that's a problem, it's the one that comes after. Ah, here we go. I didn't realize this guy had made it here already. 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. Now we gotta look at the other ones. It's a 3, 6, 1, 0, 2, 4. Yeah, I think the snow's got to be the best one, actually. Signal. Let's see. Ooh. Quick, colonize before they do something horrible. Local magic? I never noticed that one before. Now, why can't we do this one? No colony is associated with the outpost. That's interesting. They can't... I don't know what that means. Probably because we're blockaded. Oh my god, look at all these stupid pirates. I didn't even notice that was being a problem here. I haven't been paying attention. I'd be like, well, how cool are these behemoths, guys? They're pretty cool, right? Meanwhile, the homeworld's under assault. Ooh, a lot of adamantium. Improved flotilla shield. I like those. Behemoth Song. Strange planet emits natural sound and magnetic waves that imitate musical frequencies. Ooh. An adamantium resource deposit, even better. I don't know if we're ready. Oh, we do appear to have a significant improvement. Yeah, we can land. We got to get to our capital. Oh, and we can do orbital siege here. Bombing damage. I like watching these ground fights sometimes. Because, you know, I don't like moving the camera. And I feel like I always have to with the other one. With the fights in space. You can't ever tell what's going on by the auto camera. Well, that wasn't as effective as I hoped. Wow, that's some weird tanks we got there. They're also silent and deadly. Beat them. Oh, but the battle continues. That's weird. Looks like we killed everybody. they still had a little bit of extra troops in their reserve, I guess. Orbital Siege is definitely the one we want. We don't need to watch that this time. Oh, we seized 8 benthic gems. Never heard of that. But it reduces over-colonization. I gotta get them. Let's switch to the appropriate take trophies option. Get some extra stuff out of killing these guys. Ooh. Opportunists and criminals have been defeated. Alright, now that we've taken care of that,
I trust you no more than I would trust a clan merchant selling Kasai.
well, thank you for using incredibly local idioms when dealing with a completely alien race. That was very, you know, rude. But yeah, we'll leave. I don't care. I don't need to piss anybody else off now. We just want to expand peacefully and control this whole section of the galaxy before we decide to look outward again. So the scout's back at our homeworld, along with this weird civilian thing. We got these pirates. Alright. We gotta be almost done. There we go, we finished it. We finally finished chapter 1. Not that one. This one. Today, one of my patrols made a startling discovery. A curious, pitiful creature was found living in a windswept hovel on the edge of a great frozen lake far to the north. This universe, with its ugly forms, its soul-shuddering sounds, its perpetual downwards grasping, I guess he's talking about gravity, is difficult enough to understand at the best of times, but this creature was another level of enigma. With rags for garments, garbled speech, and erratic movements of its slender, serrated limbs, I wondered what possible worth this thing could possess. Over long, painful days, though, I came to appreciate this creature. Annex Jink could be very valuable to us. Although Annex Jink is a damaged soul, half mad, half delusional, its mind driven down dark, rarely traveled paths in its prolonged isolation, I found islands of clarity, even brilliance. Slowly, I learned its story. It is a member of a race called the Virus. Well, maybe race is too generous a word for the smattering of creatures living across the galaxy who loosely share their biology. The Virus, you see, are escaped viral lab experiments, hyper-evolved by a mysterious substance called dust. Mysterious substance. We've only been using it as a trade resource for the last, I don't know, dozen years or two. Annex Jink once lived with others, a commune of Ader on an abandoned moon, but after it stole a great haul of dust for research, they fell out and Annex Jink was banished. It tells me that the end times are coming. I struggle to fathom whether its reasoning is genius or deranged, but knowing what I know of the blight destroying Koros, their dimension, I cannot help but think its words are prophetic. It has the capacity for greatness, I believe. I have forbidden anyone mention his existence to the communion back on Koros. To begin with, that was because I needed to know more before I reported back, but too much time has passed for that to be true any longer, and now I must confront the truth. The truth is that the communion are ill-equipped to lead in this universe. They are remote and out of touch, insulated from the seeping horror of this place. How can they make the right choices when they have no experience here? They can't. So I, the Grand Viceroy of New Koros, will decide the fate of Annex Jink. One day the communion will thank me for it. Bespoke architecture, huh? Raise and then explore the curiosity on Maz 3. Where the hell is Maz 3? That's the thing I don't like. Any of these quests that force you to travel halfway across the galaxy, people are going to kick me out. They're going to say, no, you can't go there. All this other stuff. So that one seems pretty easy to do. I found Maz is right over here. So we could reunite him. Recruiting him. We're kind of going to do that soon. And we would get... Oh my god, he's horrifying! I don't think I want that. We could also just kill him. Yeah, reuniting is easier. Let's get one of our scouts there. We've got to have one of them hanging around out here somewhere. You've been drafted. Come down to here. How many turns are going to take? 14 turns. Okay. Well, that's fine. Alright, so here we can get the catapults out of this. I normally don't keep them with the main fleet because they're not designed for fighting. But now we have 2 ciphers, that's what we're supposed to have, but then we're missing a bunch of phantoms. We should have 2 more phantoms because we don't need to have this guy here either. What if I sent this guy? Oh, he could be upgraded to get 9. Can he get... Ooh, Leo. What's Leo got? Gas, ash, desert, arid. Oh, but with huge rings. That's a pretty good system. I might be able to sneak grab that. Anyway, the scout we got here. Can he get to Maz faster? 12 turns. Sure. So we'll have him do it. We'll leave the other guy going there as a backup in case some pirates take him out. You know, as they do. Here's the other 2 phantoms that are supposed to go with our fleet. Alright, so we have a Geist being built there. Did we build another Geist? Yes, the other Geist there is for the homeworld of Pollux. Now, everything I do needs to be focused on getting more happiness. Okay, we can research this, and it would take a gajillion years, right? Basically. Oh my god, the other ones are already taking a gajillion years. We've got to tack that onto the end, though, because we absolutely need the happiness boost that it can provide. Which means in the meantime, we need to boost our output of our science as best we can. Which means specializing this. We've already specialized that one. We can put these guys over here to boost the food and science output. A subterranean, that's good. Actually, everybody's pretty happy so far. We've only colonized 3 systems, it says, because the other ones are outposts still. I plan to get these 2, that one, and this one all pretty soon. So that's going to explode my unhappiness problem. But since we just finished the first chapter of our main quest here, it's probably time to cut the video, and we'll come back to this in the near future. Maybe later on tonight. But for now, I'm going to take a break. There we go. Have a good one, everybody. Talk to you later.